Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, I
Oh,
hear.
sweet.
It was on my side. I have here an antivirus program and it's blocking, sometimes it's blocking the sound.
Nice. We had technical problems with technical talk. How ironic it is.
Yeah.
Woo! We got some making up to do. I know you guys were eagerly anticipating our arrival, especially mine, because I know that's why you're here. I'm the attractive one in the between the two, obviously. That's apparent. So I'll do my best to try to carry Sylvia through this conversation. But all eyes on me, please. All eyes on me.
Okay, guys,
I'm
thank you
ready.
so much
I'm
for your
ready, man.
patience.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, this is sometimes the technical stuff is messing with us or with me most of the time.
Nice. Yeah.
But it's working now. So,
Sweet.
yeah, welcome to our technical talk. And we are going to discuss, of course, a lot of stocks,
We
also
are.
cryptos, as far as
We
you have
are.
some. We're going to go through the current indices and the situation, the volatility, what happened, levels of the chart, where we are at now, and so forth. So let's start right away with ES. Last week has been a very, very volatile week. And I was expecting to see this bounce, but I didn't expect it on Mondays. I was thinking, as you know, we talked. I thought we were gonna see on Friday a nice bounce. Unfortunately, on Friday we had a bounce, but this sold off so fast, and it went down. Like on ES was 100 points, Nasdaq went 300 or 400 points, so that was a huge, huge sell off. And today is like, since yesterday, actually, like if nothing ever happened, straight up. And I want to discuss that because I have seen this setup a lot of the times, and this is one of my favorite setups to trade, actually, where you see this kind of if I go on the daily chart, especially on the Nasdaq, also very good visible, you see like it's making the market always, I feel like sometimes it's trying to trick us. Always when you
Yes.
think this is the next big sell off, straight up goes to the upside. Same thing here. It tries to trick you. Looks like it's gonna go lower. Everyone starts to panic, including myself. And then next thing you know,
No.
straight up. So again, this happens over and over again. And I can go back on the chart very, very far back. We're gonna see the same setup again. Let me draw this here for you. So same thing here. Tried to make a low, barely made a low, up. Next thing you know, let me just zoom here further. Same thing. Look on the chart. Goes down, and it makes only one low. It never makes this, and then this. This is never something what you're going to see. Very, very rarely you're going to see this kind of a setup on the US indices on the daily chart. Normally you see that, and then it goes straight up. It can test it one more time, like here, trying to go back again, go straight up. So this setup is one of my favorite setups on those US indices. They're working very, very well. And we saw a similar picture back here. Went down. This was a little bit more choppy. Now it looks like it's going straight up. The problem right now for today, what I have is that we are right at resistance here. So this was the previous high. And I'm still short here, Doc, and I think I'm going to close my position very soon because this is just so choppy. The problem what we have after this kind of a move, and that's been on the Nasdaq 500 points, on S&P 500 100 points. The problem now is, how do you want to continue buy at those levels? Like, you need at least a little bit of a pullback. And normally after this kind of a move, what you get is pure choppiness, sideways price action, and not moving a lot. And that's why personally I'm just trying to pick a little bit of a short here, but I don't expect much to happen, actually. So yeah, it's gonna be probably choppy today and continue most likely higher. It looks like this Omicron variant is now not a concern, and everyone is again in a buying mood.
Yes, they forgot about all the pain from last week.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised by the move yesterday too. I thought it was going to be more like September, where we'd spend maybe a month or a couple of weeks chopping back and forth. And who knows, maybe we do, but I just have a feeling that yesterday was so over the top bullish that this market has other intentions. I would find that it shouldn't sell off too much. Now, when you have such a bullish day like yesterday, where it's just so top heavy and one sided and strong from open to close, you usually don't follow those big overblown days with another big overblown day.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
would think today's going to be choppy. You're going to get a little bit of moves back and forth. And even though the markets are red, I don't know how you see it, but I see this as still very, very bullish, because this is not much of a pull, considering what was the Nasdaq up almost 600 points yesterday. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
And what is it,
That's
negative
it.
30 right now? That's nothing. And you look at a 1 hour chart and a 4 hour, this thing held support. You got, I'm talking about the NASDAQ here, by the way, guys, 16,248, back to back candles on both of those time frames.
Yeah, let me see.
Down in
So
this, just say 16,250. You can't get underneath of that today.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't think that that's bullish to me. I just think it's just chilling out for today, and you're going to get some choppy back and forth action. If you guys are trading the futures, you probably don't have a definitive edge outside of just some scalps.
Yeah, it
But
looks
it,
like that. And I bought it here. Look,
dare I say all-time highs before the week is over. Dare I say this, because just
probably.
2 days ago, it looked like, it wasn't going to do that. And here you are after yesterday, the whole entire landscape changes.
Yeah. This
You can
is
never write this
insane.
market off. It's got more lives than a cat.
Yeah,
So
that's true. And
again,
I bought it here. Look, I bought it here. Then I swayed it a little bit because it went lower. Here was my stop. And then it went straight up, and I was holding overnight. I took this whole move. And then I woke up during the night, because that's what I'm doing. I'm checking the futures during the night.
no.
And
All right.
and I saw it, and I'm looking at it throughout the night, and I'm looking and thinking, okay,
I
this is
just
right.
I just want people to know what is going on in your life when you have to check the futures at night on your phone. Does anybody else do that? Is it just like a real habit? Is anyone able to disconnect from the world of markets? You know, now, like when you say night, I think people are mistaking what you mean by night. For them, they probably mean like 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night, maybe, guys, right? I think what you're referring to is 2 in the morning,
Yeah,
right?
that was at 2 in the
2
morning.
in the morning is what you're saying, not night. She's mistaken. It's 2 in the morning,
Yeah, that's
three
two
in the
in the
morning,
morning.
4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, whatever. Just
Every hour,
yes,
basically
an
waking
hour.
up every hour.
To check future. Maybe you should get some help
I was
for your
thinking the same thing. I
obsession of
don't
the
know if that's
cues.
normal.
That's not normal. That's not good. But that's I don't know what else to say. I mean,
So,
it
and
looks like we're
listen
going to
what
go
happened.
all-time highs, man. I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't
but
think so a couple of days ago, but oh well, that's where we are. I mean,
and look, and I woke up here and I saw this reversing, and I was like, this is at resistance, and it went already. This was actually a decent profit here for me, and I was thinking I'm gonna close it and re-enter back in. But then by the time I saw it, the next day it went already straight up, and I'm like, sometimes you just need to trail the stop. This is also a very important lesson for you guys. If you want to catch those huge moves, you really need to trail the stop, because if I trail that and put the stop here and then here, below this candle slow on the 1 hour chart, I would have taken much more, at least couple of, at least 100 points more, and that would have been awesome. Unfortunately, instead of this, I closed that, because I was like, that's a great profit. I want to close it and then re-enter. But then the problem is, when you see this kind of a move, you are not going to see a very deep pullback. The pullbacks are like no pullbacks at all. They are just moving sideways. And that's because you went straight up from very choppy cycle. Now you're back into this, I'm going to buy everything, this kind of cycle. You just don't get a pullback. So yeah, maybe we see all-time highs. You're right. I agree with you.
Yeah, and then tomorrow it'll give back all of that, and I'll change my mind again. You know.
Yeah, I see here,
But that's the way
Ryan.
it is. Normally, when you get into volatile markets, they throw everybody for a little confusion here. That's why you kind of have to ignore your personal beliefs about something. It's okay to be wrong, but just not be financially wrong. When you see what you need to see that confirms that you are wrong, such as I was, you have to turn around and go that direction.
Yeah,
There's nothing
yeah,
else you can do because that's what markets, they're unpredictable. They don't always go up, they can go down. It could very easily have gone much lower, but
yeah.
this is
And
where
it
we
is still
stand now. And
true.
who knows? Maybe it does sell off again tomorrow. I don't know. But right now, it doesn't look like it. It looks like today's just a consolidation day. And
Yeah, it
yeah,
looks like
that's where
that.
we are. Yeah.
Yeah, I see here, Ryan. Nice to see you here. I see AW. Nice to see you as well. Helio is here, and Josephine. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining. Again, that's for you. If you have any questions, let us know at any time. So I'm here short this Nasdaq, and I don't expect much. I actually, if
You're
it's the
gonna
same,
get smoked.
yeah,
You're gonna get smoked, you evil short seller. Shorts will get smoked. How dare you?
that's true. If this reclaims
The
this, I'm
worst
gonna
thing in the
exit this.
world this short, right, is the market. It's like, geez, whiz.
It's really not easy to
It's
short
never
this.
like that in the past, but now it's like, why even bother sometimes? It makes you wonder what kind of punishment do we want to put upon ourselves? Um, you know, what do you got? What else you got besides we know that you live life as queen of the queues? That's what you're doing. Do you have anything else that you get up at 2 in the morning and check your phone for? Is there any
No, I
other
do it only for the
stock? Only
for
for
the
the
Nasdaq.
queues. Okay.
Only for the Nasdaq. I am willing to give up sleep.
That's willing for the Nasdaq. Yeah, that's pretty special. It's probably in your will to donate all of your money to the queue upon your passing. Is you got to put that in your will? Charitable donation. Nothing. You don't have any other stocks or anything.
Stocks, yeah. I bought yesterday this AMEH. Ronnie is here. Nice to see Ronnie as well. I bought this. Looks not bad so far. Still holding. I bought. I forgot already. Yeah, I bought a couple of things. I mean, there's some decent stocks here going on. I have BRLT. Let's see this one. Yeah, this has been a very nice. Oh, look at it. This I held this through this whole correction, and this didn't correct much, and now it's breaking out nicely. So I think this is gonna squeeze out and continue. This has been actually a very nice setup here.
Okay, I got a good one for your technical analysis and fundamental analysis mastery. I
Okay.
hope when I mention this name, you don't block me from the stream. I don't even know why I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up. Ryan is actually going to laugh at me now. Okay, here we go. Maybe I should do like the what is it? Wheel of Fortune. You like turn a letter. Is that what it is? Where you turn a letter? You turn the letter. Okay, it
Well,
starts with a P. Type in P, capital T,
stop it.
capital O,
That's dumb.
capital N.
if if I was you, I wouldn't have
Um,
done this.
is it ready-ish? Maybe.
No,
I
he's
mean,
talking
it's like
about Peloton.
yeah,
Peloton,
Peloton.
Ryan.
Everybody, they went PayPal. I was on that one too, but I missed it, Raymond. I missed my PayPal. I was all over that one the last time we were talking. Like, we got to buy some PayPal. This PayPal is down there, Disney PayPal. And this one day, this is what. Look, I know people love bullish markets, and sometimes when you try to make the bear argument, people get all pissed. But look, it's like one bullish day like this blows up all the charts technically. Like you go back, you had a really nice chart on a bunch of this stuff like Disney, like Roku, or like a bunch of these other ones, PayPal, Payc, all these other names. And this one bullish day gaps these things up. So when you're looking at like a death stock that's down like 19 days in a row and it has a gap up, of course, sensibly, you can't chase the gap up, right? That would be dumb. Why would you chase the gap up on a crappy stock like BABA? Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
but
the market turns around and goes up 19,000 points, and this thing goes up in $12, $13. You're like, I certainly, if I didn't like it up $3 in the morning, I'm sure in the hell not going to like it at plus 13.
yeah.
And then sometimes they don't stop, and it's like, well, now it's already broken out. You kind of missed it. That's unfortunate when those days come by and they're so obsessive. What it actually does underneath the surface is it ruins technicals. And when I'm looking through, it's like, now where you go? I don't know. I don't know if I can get on board with Peloton.
I don't
I mean,
like it.
maybe there's a little bit here, but I don't know. I think I'm reaching here, maybe.
This is a
And
disappointing stock. This I can
it
tell
really is
when you,
disappointing.
if you go with this stock, you're on your own. I'm not doing
Yeah.
this.
You're not doing. I'm on my own, sort of walking down that. Do you hear that? I'm kind of lonely. I'm had to walk that road alone.
Yeah,
So I don't
I'm
know.
not
I
doing
mean,
this.
I know people say, "Hey, it was a dumb idea to have really expensive stationary bicycles with iPads attached to them." But come on, how many other stocks have gone higher on dumber ideas,
Yeah,
right?
it can go
I'm not
higher, but
mentioning any names, Tesla. I'm not mentioning any worse, right? So I'm not mentioning anything. You know,
look at it. It gapped down, earnings
I don't.
disappointment here. So bad
All
earnings.
right,
I know what
I'm
you're
going to move
seeing.
on to something else. I'm just saying, I'm not like ready to do it
I know
because
what
I
you're
have
seeing.
commitment issues when it comes to Peloton. I just noticed that it went down a lot. Hey, I did really well with this stock last year, and I've
I
been,
think you should buy it and it should
a
go to
couple of
zero.
times I tried the old dip buy thing, but I gave up on that. And it's been a long time since I've revisited this. And I
Please
say,
buy
well,
it. I hope it
maybe,
goes to 20.
maybe it's almost back to like and that's what I say is rare. It went back to like almost my entry. So like last year I bought it at 35 and sold it in like 120 average, it's almost back to the initial entry. So sometimes we say stocks only go up, but look how far that thing has come back. It's
Yeah,
like,
those are
I don't know. And I
volatile.
look at this and I'm saying at some point, I'm not the fundy person. That's your job. But isn't there some point where the book value is higher than the actual stock price? Like, isn't it getting down there? Yeah.
I don't even,
Peloton
you don't
bros for
even
life.
need to look at the fundies. This huge gap here, this
You
is
don't
not a
need to
good
look at the
sign,
fundies. It sucks. You don't need to look at the fundies.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
that's not a good sign. You don't
Okay.
want to see
Now
a gap
here's
down.
somebody
This
maybe
is a
better.
straight downtrend here.
What
You don't
about
need to
Etsy?
I don't know. You
Etsy.
should buy it. I hope you should
Etsy.
buy
I'm
it
not
and it
buying
goes
it
to
right now.
zero.
I'm not buying it. I'm just saying Etsy. You like Etsy? What do you guys think of
Yeah, we
Etsy?
can check Etsy, and I see here we have a lot of other comments as well. Here, Raymond is here. Nice to see you. Ryan is saying DWAC, Roku. Josephine is saying AFRM. Let's check them
Yeah.
out also.
Looking
And
for the rest
Etsy.
of theirs. You don't want my crappy ones. You want
No,
my
I
crap.
like Etsy. Etsy is one of my
I
favorites,
mean,
as you
maybe some
know.
of these bounce, but again,
Yeah.
it's already up $8 today. I don't know if that's necessarily the right thing to do.
Yeah, but you're
Um,
looking on what? It's like if you're looking on the daily chart, it's
Daily chart
bouncing
looks good. That's
here.
why I'm saying. I'm like, it's kind of nice on this one.
It has some room to the upside. This is the daily chart here. So, yes, it's $8, but you're looking at the bigger perspective for the next days or weeks. This can definitely reclaim those highs and test the previous high. So Etsy is definitely a good growth stock. I like it. As
I
all
got.
growth stocks, very volatile. I had this one on the watch list, and yeah, it's a good buy here. Actually, I would like it.
I got one more, and that's Dick's. Because
What is
everybody
the
likes
ticker?
Dick's, DKS. Everybody likes Dick's.
Stop it.
I didn't say anything.
You are.
I did not say anything. Hey, look, it's a stock. I'm just saying.
I don't like this one.
Do you
It could bounce here.
long?
Yes, it is. It is here around. It was oversold.
I will ask Ryan, do you long dicks? Short dicks.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
I know that's really childish, but come on. Come on.
Okay, so
Okay,
here,
let's move on. Let's hear from them. I'm done. I want to hear what they have to say.
We
I do
have
like the
we
chart
have
though.
this,
Yeah.
and are you done? Can I say something?
Yes, you can say something. Go ahead.
So this is actually not bad. It tested the 30 RSI, and we have here the 200 exponential moving average. It's not bad, but this double top and then straight down break through this, it makes it a little bit unattractive. But maybe it bounces. And the other problem what I have is the market went 500 points yesterday. The ES went 100 points. This thing did nothing. Like if it's not going on this bullish market, what do you expect? Of course it can
You have a
go,
point there.
but
Yeah.
yeah, let's watch it. It's not too bad. I mean, I had it on the list also recently. It's really not bad, but we need to see some more green. Okay, let's see what else do we have. We have ASO. Ryan is saying long DKS.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's funny.
ASO. Oh yeah, ASO is good. Yeah, maybe after earnings we can check this
But this
ASO.
ASO has been in a downtrend, hasn't it? It kind of fell apart there last time I checked. Let me look again
I
before.
would not say fell
Eh,
apart. It's
it's
actually
not too
pretty good.
bad. Maybe. It seems like all of these retailers took a bath there over the last few days. Maybe it was the Black Friday 28% decline in sales that spooked people on retail in general. I would just be guessing.
I don't
But
know. It's
maybe the
holding pretty
sell-off is
well.
over on some of these names. They might be worth a look as we approach Christmas.
Yeah, this is not bad actually. It's holding pretty well. Support still. It's not bad, but I would like to wait after the earnings and see from there. We have here from Raymond and Ronnie, LSPD and Roku. LSPD. Let's see, LSPD. This
I
Roku
don't know
is
why when
really.
you guys bring up stock tickers, she says these look pretty good. When I bring them up, it's like you're on your own. I don't know what that means. I'm not so sure I'm feeling the confidence to enter some of this stuff.
LSPD. What do you think? That's kind of your type of stock, Doc.
LSPD?
Yeah, because it
It
went
is my
here.
kind of stock. Yeah. I would think at this point you would need 5166. Like you would need a bounce over yesterday's high to confirm that yesterday's high wasn't a fake.
Yeah.
Because everybody was up almost all day yesterday. So the thing is, who stays and who goes? Are some of these like an Etsy? You need another kind of move out of Etsy. You need a move out of this one, I think, over 5166 would be my
So
thought.
yeah, I think too. It has to go 51.37. I have, but yeah, just the previous
Kind of like
day's high.
Twillo. If you look at Twillo right now, that's what that chart's doing. It's taking out yesterday's high after a gap up. You would need a signal like that.
Yeah, something like this. Yeah, it's not really, but it's not bad. I think because it's also very very oversold,
You're on your own.
and some of those have really the
Yeah.
tendency. If you see them so much oversold below the 30 RSI, they can really bounce back up. It's actually a very decent risk to reward setup. I don't know why it's down. If they have some problems, maybe because this gap down is not a good thing. But for a quick trade and maybe for a quick bounce, it's not bad. Then we had Roku here. Let's see Roku. What do you think of Roku? I don't like this Roku anymore, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what to make of Roku here. Well, I would say Roku, if you're not already in it, I don't know if right now is the right time to enter that. It's up $30 today. That's bizarre. That the stock has been terrible since who knows? It's down like 55% over the last month or so, right?
But what happened? What happened?
And
Why
then,
is it up?
well, there was some news about them partnering with Google on something. So normally, here's how I would read it, which I could be totally wrong. I'll just share it with you guys, run with it, and do whatever you think. This thing was totally whacked, beyond oversold, and still, it's like Peloton that's more expensive. It just won't find a bottom. And normally a stock like that is heavily shorted. I don't even know what the short float was on it. Didn't look it up, but I would imagine it's probably heavily shorted. Then when you get this good news and you get a $10, $20 gap up, people start covering their shorts and then buyers start buying and you get these really aggressive. I mean, this is a huge day. I think the only thing that you could do here is if you want to long it, you can't do it here. It's too, you're chasing $30. That's just silly.
Yeah,
There's no
it's
edge
very.
there. You need to wait a couple days and see if it flags, if it holds up this gain. If it doesn't, I mean, this is probably a gift for short sellers. If this starts to fade and gives this back tomorrow, then there's nothing else. Which I
I
think it might,
mean,
because it got a bump, if you remember, the day after Thanksgiving when this Omicron virus came out and all these home-based things like ZM and Netflix and Roku and all those stay-at-home business. Peloton was in that thing. They all gapped up. And before the day was over, they started selling off. It's like you can't even hold. I'd be curious to see if this holds, because I think if it fades, I would short this. I would totally short this thing.
the thing is, like, this is actually it was very oversold, way
Yeah.
below the 30 RSI for a long period of time. And actually, this kind of a bullish candlestick formation was a buy signal, because it stopped there for 3 days and it started to go higher
Yeah, but you
based on
never say
this
that
low.
about my Peloton. You say it's oversold, but I'm still on my own. It's got to
Yeah,
have a
because I don't like it.
a 2 RSI.
You know why I don't like it? I'm gonna tell you,
Because
because
I like it.
no,
You're right.
because
I'm getting fired. Raymond. Yes, you're right.
can I say why I don't like it?
No. Okay, go ahead.
I don't like it because you are so convinced into this stock. You told me I should buy it, it looks nice, it's good. And then
But that
I
was
didn't
last
want
year.
to touch it. I didn't want to touch it because it was very overbought. But it has decent growth, and I was like, well, let me give it a try. And then I ate a loss on it because it dumped.
Oh, you're right. Okay. So you don't like it. I don't own it either. I haven't owned it for a long time.
I think you should buy it.
I'm not buying it yet. But I'm thinking maybe there's another round on this. I haven't been in this thing since the summer. Summer was the last time I was in this.
Okay, so let's go back here to topic. This Roku, again, this here would have been a nice bounce area. And of course, that we wouldn't have known about the news. That would have been actually a positive effect of this way oversold area. Personally, I don't like it because this was actually a very strong stock, and in the past, right now it's been since then slowly downtrending all the time. But maybe this changes. So like Doug said, I don't want to chase it right here. Maybe if it pulls back a little bit and then does this, holds support and goes higher. But for now, it's way too ugly. I really don't like this kind of a downtrending. There is a difference, guys, between if something dumps really fast into some support and it's an emotional move down, that could bounce back up. That's a different setup. But if it is slowly downtrending, then it starts to get sketchy, because this might continue. That's my opinion.
That's a great opinion you have.
Okay, we have here Josephine is saying BGFV.
Oh boy.
BGFV.
Big five.
Oh boy, look at this. What happened?
This was like a short squeezer, a really heavily shorted stock, and got a big old squeeze out of it. I don't know. I really don't like a pattern when it looks like that. I don't know how you feel, but a super A-frame pattern that's so steep and then gives all of it back. Just, I don't know. There probably will be a shorter term bounce, but I don't know what to make of it here. It would have to break the 200 moving average you have there.
I mean, you have here the 200, you have a nice doji candle, you have the 30 RSI, almost 37 actually.
I mean, it's ready for a little pop for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's maybe we can check the earnings and stuff like this. Short flow 37. Oh, that's interesting, Josephine. This has short flow 37. Yeah, maybe it's worth it to give it a chance here on the long side, for a quick bounce. Could be a good idea. DWAC. Let's see DWAC. Ryan was saying about DWAC. What do you think?
What am I thinking about?
DWAC. DWAC.
I
That's
don't know about that.
tricky.
Yeah. What do you think of it? When I
I,
say that, that means I don't know what to think of it. I
I feel like today we're no help.
we're no
We're
help
like,
to you
I
guys.
don't know.
We're of no help. I don't like charts that look like that, where you have nothing happening for months. You just got dashes on the daily, right? And then you have these two huge days. So this thing goes from like $11 to 175. Obviously, that was a pump of something, some sort,
Yeah.
a pump, a coordinated effort to pump this thing based on news, maybe multiple penny stock chat rooms squeezing this thing. And then since then, it's done nothing. Now, I get what you're saying. The cool part is maybe it will squeeze again. Like there's once something becomes a squeezer, it could always squeeze again in the future. It's possible there. But then I don't know how, when I look at this, I don't know how risk works. Well, I do know how risk works, but I think you got to give up so much. Like if you were going to put a stop on this as a swing trade, wouldn't you have to be somewhere? Don't you think it would be in the mid 40s to low
Yeah.
40s
Actually,
as a
here that's the
legit
low.
stop? So
Yeah.
that's like a $20 stop. And that was $20 yesterday. I mean, a couple days ago, right? Last Thursday, it went up like 39 to 59. It went up that $20. Now you got this para today. That's
Yeah.
a hard one to trade on technicals. That's like a super pumper, right?
Yeah,
Super
I
pumper.
think that was based on the Trump news here. And then it gave it back from 170. That's too volatile for a swing. I don't know, Ryan, if you are just
Yeah.
a day trading. For day trading, it might be good because it has a lot of room and volatility. But for a swing, like Doug mentioned, if you are entering, I don't know where, but then you have to put your stop at least either here in the 40s, or actually the lower support area is 36.50. So that's way far down. So that's like $30 from right now. That's too far. And that's why for a swing, I would not mess with it. In order for me, you need to enter with a small size, because if it gaps down or something happens, then you're not going to lose a lot.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say on a chart like that, and the way that behaves. You can't put I couldn't put any real size on that. I would not be able to sleep. I'd have like stomach
Well, then you
cramps
should
all
wake
day
up.
long. I should become a man, man up and get strong. I wouldn't know how to do that with heavy size, so I wouldn't
Yeah,
make much money anyway. And I think when
that's
you
the
look at
point.
the
Yeah.
technicals, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like this really could go either way. Like it could dump 20 or rip 20. And I don't know. I feel like if you got in and it ripped 20, it was luck, right? If it went, if it went down 20, it was just bad luck. Like there really isn't a definitive edge
Yeah,
for
absolutely. I
me.
agree.
But that's me. I'm not. I'm not.
No, I
Well, if you're in
definitely agree with
since
that.
52, then that's you've got money to work with. I would trail up to like 56 and sit on it. Um, but
Yeah,
again,
Ryan is
those
saying.
things like that. You might have headline. I don't even know what the thing, but maybe you have headline. You're going to have headline risk on something like this. A lot of stuff could happen overnight, so that's a. So it's
100
just
shares is saying, Ryan. Well, yeah, again, Ryan, if you have your risk, it's fine. I think everything is tradable. If you have your risk and you know that you've been proven the strategy what you're using, that's fine.
It
Okay,
says
what else?
Digital World shares see volume. Newsletter provider Whitney Tilson issues a negative note on the stock. That just came out now. Then this is a SPAC merger partner with Trump Media.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it will be too stressful for me too. Do you have something else what you're watching right now?
I am not giving any more. You make fun of my trades.
No, I'm not making fun of them.
You're making total fun of my trades.
I just don't
And
like
you're gonna get
Peloton. That's all.
you
Peloton.
just. I don't know. I don't really. I mean, I miss things like Disney and PayPal that we talked about last week. That's what happened. They took off. I kind of like this Twilio for just a couple of days of a trade. The Etsy, I kind of like that one. What else I got? Now maybe eBay if it closes above the 200-day moving average, but that's not happening today. It doesn't look good today, but it's forming a base down here at the 200. It's slightly under it. Maybe if that bounces. But other than that, no. I mean, a lot of this stuff just got messed up yesterday with that big rip, and now
Yeah.
you're kind of. I mean, you have to. I think I would have to wait a couple days to swing them. If you're day trading, that's a different story. Like maybe Crocs, CROX, Crocs.
Yeah, I know this. Josephine is asking about crypto. Do you have something specific on crypto? Yeah, we can check some of the crypto currencies going on. I personally been actually not very active. We've been watching here I'm watching a lot this Bitcoin future, and let's
At
start
3 in
with
the
it.
morning.
No, no,
And
no.
you
I'm
don't
not
check the
getting up.
Bitcoin futures.
I'm
If you
not getting
start
up
if
for
you
this
start
one.
looking at Bitcoin futures at 3 in the morning,
No, no, no.
I'm going to call so someone can help.
So the problem is with this one, what I was entering here and I saw this big drop on the 4-hour chart, and I was thinking I don't want to mess with this over the weekend. And I closed my position for a small profit actually. And what happened is after that, it's just been going slowly down and rejecting this resistance and gap down. This is the problem if you trade those, because they are open actually over the weekend. And if you're trying to trade those with this contract or, with some of the stocks, it can get sketchy. Yeah, and right now it's trying to actually to hold. So you see this double bottom, you see actually those wicks on the daily chart. So this could be a long, but for a trade, I just don't like to deal with it right now. Let's see the other ones. Let me open up this trade view or what I'm using here for that. Do you have some crypto, Doug?
No.
Oh, let me see. By the way, Nasdaq
I'm
is going back
cryptoless.
up here.
I know. That's what I was saying. It's got kind of one hour break here
Yeah, that
on
might
the
be
Nasdaq. I feel
that
like this
might
is
be
a
a good
long.
long here.
You already got a 1 hour break on the ES futures.
Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna close, guys, my short here. This is not working on the short side. It's holding for way too long, and it looks like this might continue higher, so I have to eat the loss here. Okay, so I might reopen here a long position, and I will have to alert it in the chat after that. So I hope you guys are watching me. What else? Crypto. Do you have any cryptos, Doug?
Yeah, I'm a crypto investor. So I have Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's poser crypto. I have poser crypto. Right?
So what kind of crypto do you have?
That's what I have. those two.
Yeah,
Which
those.
means I don't know the popular ones. That's why I said poser crypto. I don't have like the Shibs and Doge coins or the other thousands and thousands of coins that
Yeah.
are traded. Or you're looking at it every day, finding like setups on some of these obscure coins. A lot of opportunity there.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff there's some of these things when you look at like a list every day. I'm not the crypto expert, but when you look at certain things there, you have like some coins that just up thousands of percentages. They're like penny stocks, right?
Yeah, some of those are. Yeah.
And I've never even heard of them. So.
Yeah, let me just finish here my orders.
Oh, look, someone's trading while we're all sitting here. Trading. You're going to get long that bad boy, aren't you?
Yes, I'm longing it now.
Sweet.
This is the problem when it comes to shorting those, it's just not working. It's very sketchy.
I'm buying some.
I'm gonna hold. This is gonna be a swing trade here on the Nasdaq. This short again. The problem is always with those is that you're gonna get chopped around a lot. And we discussed this already. After this kind of a straight up day, what do you expect? Like what I'm going into today's day, and I always asking myself, what do I expect from this? It went already 500 points. Where should it? Of course it can continue to go higher. I'm not saying it cannot, but the probability that it's going to mess around is very, very high after this huge day. So yeah, careful with it, and don't get chopped out with it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's what I was saying when we started the session. It's been holding in this area down there in this. This was like maybe an overnight low, 16,237.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah.
holding
This is the previous support. Yeah.
16,255. I think if you get a move at 16,343, it's just going to go squeeze a little bit.
Yeah, it could test here the highs, but again, this is just way too so overbought. And the other problem is, I don't want to talk only about problems, but that's what
you do want to talk. Here's the problem. We're talking about problems today.
This is what we're dealing with as traders.
That's what they came here for, is to use this as a online problem thing.
You always need to think what is happening and what can happen next. So again, the problem is, first of all, it went straight up very, very fast to the upside. Because of this bullishness, you cannot short right away. It's just too sketchy to short there, And then if you're longing it, it's too high to long. And then you think, oh, that's way too high for me to long. But then you look the next day, and tomorrow is probably going to go another 100 or 200 points. So those are always the issues what we have to deal with as traders. And yeah, I mean, I think that's normal. If you don't ask yourself those questions, then yeah, I think that's pretty normal. Mara, Hut, Hive. Yeah, let's check those out. I have those also on the list, Ryan. Hut has been actually very good here. And let's see. Yeah, Hut is holding. It went here. We tested the 200, bounced perfect of the 200, oversold. So that's been a nice pullback here. And it's kind of holding here, so we might see another push to the upside. I think this is still a good entry. It's a little bit high already, but it's still manageable. It has time to go or room to go higher. Then same with Mara. They all look for me the same, Mara went up, huge dump here. Again, some of those are losing 50%. 50%, guys. You cannot ignore that. They can go up straight up, but then again, that's why you're using stop losses. That's why you're using risk management, because they can go. You can catch those moves, but if you don't realize your profits and you give back 50% of your profits, then you're doing something wrong. You just need to realize profits on the way up and buy back on the way down if you're gonna stick with this stock. So that's my opinion, and this Mara is a good example for that. It went from 83 is the high to the low of 36, so more than 50%. And now it's finally bouncing back of this support, and it has some room to continue. I agree with you, Ryan. This is a good one. Although Smara had Hive, I don't know. I haven't checked this in a while. Let's see. Yeah, they all look the same. BITF we had a while ago, same. So those are all very similar, and I think they can go higher. RTY. Okay, let's see RTY. Yeah, this has some room, Josephine. I agree with this. So definitely enough room for this one. It bounced back up as well. It's kind of here rejecting still this resistance, but it has some room to the upside. But as you know, I don't like trading it. It looks not bad. It has some room to the upside. It's kind of holding there, and yeah, maybe you're gonna get your push to the upside here. Look, you have here next areas. You have a lot of room to the upside. It's not bad, What are you looking so focused, Duck? Are you just trading
I
or
was
getting
looking.
smoked?
No, getting smoked. That's not my getting smoked face. That's me trying to look for something that will smoke me. I was like, can I find something that really takes away my money here? I saved up all this money. I hope I can lose it. I was just kind of watching this Nasdaq, thinking if it was a buy. I was like, this 1 hour chart. I'm like, maybe. I don't know if today's the greatest day for that. It's kind of choppy, but it looks like 16,338. If you can push there on a 1 hour, you look at the 1 hour, that would be a range break there. Maybe you get a little tiny pop of 40 to 50, who knows, 16.4. Maybe it goes
Yeah,
back
this
to
is the
highs
buy
of the
for me.
day.
This is gonna
Except
break
for I
higher.
just don't know if today's that day because, like I said, normally when you have such a big bullish day in something, like not just a bullish day, like a super bullish day, like really
Yes.
out of control, like Roku, 35 today. I don't think it's going to go 35 tomorrow. Like you were saying, what am I asking this thing to do? I don't know if today's quite got that power, but today is proving that the market's still bullish because to me, this is
Yeah.
not a sell off. This is just
Yes.
like a resting day here.
Yeah.
And I think bears have a very limited window here to try to move this thing down. If they don't do it, we're going to go way higher. And that's it.
You gotta hold
Uncle
overnight. So the
Jerome
thing is,
wins again.
I know you don't like holding overnight, but that's why I'm waking up during the night and looking at those.
Because that's why it's because I say I don't like holding overnight because I don't want to get caught in something, but you don't because you keep getting up every 30 minutes to look at your phone. So you're actually just trading throughout the night, right?
I'm not trading throughout
But
the
I
night.
think this, when we talk about RTY, that's actually something that is shortable. Like it reminds me a little more of a currency where you actually get a series of good ups and downs in the RTY, don't you? I mean, you got, I
Yeah,
don't pay
this is
attention to
good.
it much. So intraday, I don't know if it's foolish, meaning how many times does it trick somebody during the trade, but there's at least a balance there.
Yeah. So to go back to this Nasdaq overnight, what I wanted to say here is normally those indices are I don't want to say design, but the majority, that's a statistic. I don't know. I think you had this statistic. Maybe you can pull up the statistic somewhere.
I would love some statistics.
But those go up the majority of the time throughout the night. That's why I like
Yes.
holding them.
I
And
do have that statistic.
you have it?
Yes,
Do you want
I
to
do.
share this?
I can pull it up. Let me see if I can find exactly where I have it. I do know where I have it. Let me dig it up.
Okay. So basically, what this statistic is saying is they are going up the majority of the time throughout the night, which means, if you buy today and you close like this here, you might miss this whole move here. And the majority of the time they're chopping around and going sideways throughout the day, and then again throughout the night they go higher. So
Yes.
happens a lot. That's why I like holding. And also, of course I'm looking at it throughout the night sometimes, but yeah, I mean, the good part is, even though you are holding throughout the night, what can happen? You can get stopped out, but you still have your stop throughout the night,
I
It's not
found
that
it.
you...
Since 1993, if you would have bought, 1993, 600% move happened after hours since 1993 to now,
How
right?
many percent?
600%. So if you bought at the close and sold at the open, you would make 600%.
Yeah.
You would be, if you bought at the open and sold at the close, you would be almost even.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
you're
huge
not
statement here.
getting any moves during, actually you're better off sometimes shorting
Yeah.
during the day
I know.
than buying. But
And
that's
yeah.
right. Most of it happens. I mean, what we do today? It started again with another gap up today, and look, it's been nothing since. It's just kind of been choppy
Yes.
ever since, right?
And here, same thing. Look, back here, I know this was choppy, but you remember I bought it here. And then, of course, you were warning me because it was a different kind of a
I'm warning you.
situation. But it went higher actually throughout the night. And then after the market opened, it dumped. Same
Yeah.
thing here. I bought it. That was actually at the open. I bought it here, and then I kept it. The bigger move happened here.
Yeah. And if you look at the recent history here, the last 4 days from the 6th, you have this sell-off that starts on the 30th. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight days down, kind of, right? There's a couple green days in there, but you're downtrending for 5 days. Every one of those days, even the red ones, the market started out in the positive. Like it was trying to start green or be slightly green. All that selling happened after the market was open.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
So
that's true.
even in times of market corrections, it still tries to begin the day green, especially the SPY. It still tries
Yeah,
to be.
I
It's like
know.
muscle memory. It doesn't know what else to do.
And that's why I actually really like to trade those from Europe, because when it's night here, you have a day, so I don't have to wake up throughout the night. And those actually work even better there. But if you know it, you can just adjust your stop losses, take profits. You don't have to watch it if you're swing trading them.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a good and quick session. Thank you so much, Doug, and everyone else for joining us. And yeah, I'm looking forward to our next session next Tuesday. So I switched that to Tuesdays. Yesterday, we just have a couple of issues to deal with. But from next week on, it's going to be Tuesday 12. So I'm looking forward to see you guys here. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Doug. Have a good day ahead, and let me know if you have any questions about anything regarding trades or anything else.
All right. Thank you guys for showing up. It was a pleasure. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, bye.